We are here specifically to talk about something that is closely approaching us, and that's the April 15th deadline to file your taxes. We are here for two special reasons, because not only is it important to make sure that we undertake our obligation to pay our taxes and do it in a timely fashion, but this year, because of the work that has been done by the Congress and the President to try to provide some additional support to Americans to help make sure that our economy continues to move forward, there is an additional pot of money that is being made available to working families in America through an economic stimulus bill that was passed by Congress last month. We're here to send two messages. One, please pay your taxes and pay them on time. But two, know that you are likely to receive more benefits this year by filing your taxes than you have in previous years. I want to just mention a couple of things, and I'd like to turn the podium over to our state leaders and city leaders who are here on behalf of our residents as well. I want to say two things. One, the IRS deserves a great deal of credit for much of what it's doing. And if you go onto their website or take a look at some of their press releases, you're going to find some very valuable information about what they are doing to provide all Americans with, and all tax-paying Americans, with a service they desperately will want to take advantage of. We don't want anyone to go out there and pay people some of their people's hard-earned money to pay services and pay professionals for a service that individual taxpayers can either get free or handle themselves. This Saturday, March the 29th, where the IRS will open its offices in sites throughout the state to provide tax-paying Americans in California with free services to try to help them fill out their tax filing forms and to understand better what they can expect in any tax rebate. I mention this because this is as good as getting professional advice that could cost you hundreds if not thousands of dollars. There are services that you could receive that are professional but free, and so there's no reason for anyone to have to pay someone else to file their forms correctly and to get the right amount in a rebate back. And secondly, to know that there are people out there who would love to take your money that you work very hard to earn and don't deserve it. The other thing I thought was important to mention is that you're going to be receiving, all Americans are receiving a whole bunch of these forms. My address has been blotted out. This is a mailer, a postcard I received at my home. It looks very official, but it's really some company out there trying to get me to use them to file for any number of things. In this case, it's to renegotiate the terms on my mortgage to get, they say, a better rate. Well, they make it look official with these seals, and they send you this information that looks very official, and they want you to call these numbers. At the end of the day, what they want is to get your business and take your money. We hope that people know that as tax filing season quickly approaches a deadline, that people don't believe that they have to respond to these postcards and those calls you get on the phone saying, we can help you get your money. There are people who are willing to help you get your money without having to pay a dime.
Thank you, Congressman Becerra. I just wanted to point out that Congressman Becerra is one of our nation's leading tax experts, a very tenacious advocate for working families. This is part and parcel of his work in making sure that we bring forward to the residents of California the best tax information and making sure that we bring those federal services to each individual household. As the State Controller, the Chief's Fiscal Officer, and as the Chairperson of the State's Income Tax Authority, the Franchise Tax Board, and a member of the Board of Equalization, which administers 25 other tax programs, we wanted to strongly encourage California residents to take advantage of the free income tax services, especially the VITA programs. We have over 1,200 sites here in California. In fact, my office is one of the VITA sites. We've been in operation here in Los Angeles since January. Karen Chiang and my office is here. We have finished over 250 tax returns for working families, vulnerable families, and have identified over $300,000 in refunds that will be coming back into to California families. We wanted to highlight the earned income tax credit especially, There are nearly 470,000 California families that did not take advantage of the earned income tax credit, leaving close to $850 million with the federal government. We can quickly overcome the lack of financial knowledge. I understand how difficult it can be in terms of tax compliance. Between the federal and state tax code, there are 10 million words. As a tax professional, I probably read 500,000 of those words, and I do it as a professional. And I used to work at the Internal Revenue Service. And so we wanted to make sure that we get the best first-rate education. As the Congressman alluded, you have to file your income taxes to get the stimulus benefits back into the California household. We wanted to make sure that people fully understood that they should also, if they have the opportunity, to electronically file. If you electronically file, instead of waiting 6 to 8 weeks to get your tax refund back, you get your tax refund back in 7 to 9 days. If you give us your direct deposit or bank routing numbers, we can get your tax return back to you or tax refund back to you in 3 to 4 days. The 2/3 of California families do get a tax refund. So take important advantage, especially during this difficult economic and financial time here in California. And we look forward to working with the Congressman and his national leadership, and Jan Perry, who provides extraordinary local leadership, to make sure that all Southern Californians get the full and benefit of the best tax services available.
Families who earn less than $39,000 can receive up to $4,716 in earned income tax credit. Single people who earn less than $12,590 can earn up to $428 in EITC. Now, that's significant, especially on the family side. So for us to be able to encourage people and to educate them and to let them know, and then to make it easy for them to go and find a place where they can get their questions answered, I'm certainly going to make sure that our staff is educated in making sure that we have a list of the closest sites for folks who may call our office to get immediate assistance. Some of the stuff is confusing. I mean, I have to go to a professional because I'm just not that good at it. And I can't even imagine how hard it must be for people who are facing greater challenges. But the VITA sites do offer free tax preparation and filing services, and it should take some of the edge and some of the anxiety and make it at least less painful.
As one of my roles as Citibank Community Relations, I have the honor of serving as the chair for the Greater Los Angeles EITC Campaign Partnership. And as a former EITC recipient myself, I can vouch that my family has really benefited from receiving the EITC. In fact, we were able to use the EITC to build up enough savings to buy a first home, a small condo in Glendale. So I'm a strong supporter of it, and so imagine how many other lives can be impacted by knowing about programs like the EITC. We want to make sure that these families know about and they use the valuable free tax preparation services through the VITA sites. VITA stands for Volunteer Income Tax Assistance. There are over 156 sites throughout LA County, and individuals who are low to moderate income can come and make use of these free tax preparation services that are provided by trained volunteer professionals. They could also electronically file their tax returns so they could quickly access their refunds without paying any of these excessive refund anticipation loan fees. Families are also able to discover other valuable wealth building opportunities, such as free and affordable banking products that they could use to deposit their refund. And the IRS actually this year has launched a split tax refund program where you could actually split your refund into 3 different bank accounts. Tax filers who electronically file a return and use the direct deposit can get their refund in as little as 3 to 6 business days.